Hey boos, in this video I give commentary based on my opinion. Nothing is to be taken as factual. We are just here to have conversation. We don't expose and we don't sip tea on this channel. I'm giving you real talk straight, no chaser. Let's see if you can handle it.
Cause I'm a boss.
Oh, hell no.
Hi guys, it's Yanni here. I'm back with another video, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about Kash Doll and Miss Michelle. They recently went viral over their recent interviews, and they spoke a lot on dating and relationship advice. So I wanted to go ahead and give my commentary on their interviews. So let's go ahead and get into today's video.
I don't think men are good people. The reason for that is, like, for men to do things that they consider small in the flesh of, like, cheating, you know that that's going to destroy your partner, but you do it anyway. That's not a mistake. We've watched the same story over and over again.
Yeah.
And just because I'm a woman, I'm supposed to accept your betrayal.
Right.
Because you're taking advantage of my love for you, and I'm supposed to just be the one behind you riding or dying. I'm not dying with nobody. And to see girls come up to me, I'm the girl they come up to all day long crying. They tell me the most disgusting of stories that I couldn't even believe. And a lot of times men, the wrong man, will stunt your growth as a woman. Women could be doctors, lawyers, and everything, but they're in the bed crying over what a man did to them.
For whatever reason, Michelle received a ton of backlash, all because she said men are not good people. Now, we all know what she meant by what she said, okay? If you have common sense, you know exactly what she meant by what she said, okay? She was saying that the wrong men are not good people. That's what she meant. Of course, she got a ton of backlash because she was generalizing. A lot of people were calling her bitter and all other type of names. But one thing that I do want to ask you guys, because based off of her interview, as women, we have to start taking accountability. There's no leveling up. There's no true glowing up if you cannot take accountability for your own actions. So the question that I have for you, are men really not good people? Or is it the ones that you choose to entertain that are not good people? That is the question that I have for you. Also, I do feel men need to be held accountable, but also women who entertain these no good men should be held accountable as well. I'm not here to promote struggle love, so I can agree with a lot of what Michelle had to say, but also take a look at what you allow as a woman. That's me being grown enough to say, let me take accountability with my own actions, because I'm not going to grow. I'm never going to go anywhere in life if I cannot take accountability. Also, I don't believe in being bitter. I don't, but I understand that, you know, you do get hurt when men do messed up things, you know, cheating, or just lying, you know, just not being honest and upfront. I will say that, you know, I don't believe in being bitter, but I understand, you know, we do get hurt and it takes time to heal, but to also move on. I agree with Michelle, but I also feel that love is a choice. Some people choose the wrong person or mate. Early signs of red flags are ignored. Some follow their heart, others go with what their head is telling them. And I think more women should go with what their head is telling them and less on how they feel when it comes to their heart. Because at the end of the day, love is a choice. You get to choose who you want to settle down with, who you want to be with. It's not something that you are forced into. It's all about what you decide. And that's the number one thing that I like to promote on my platform: accountability and you choosing what you want, whether that's your life, whether that is, or your lifestyle, or the person that you want to be with or be in a relationship with. I don't believe in forcing anything with anyone. I believe that you have a choice, and also to look for balance and reason when looking for someone to be with. Also, if more women would focus on the characteristics of a man and less on what a man has, I do feel that women will put themselves in better positions when it comes to being portrayed or cheated on. Because if you focus more on a man's characteristics and you really take the time to get to know a man when dating, that dating beginning stage is so important. I know a lot of men like to put on a front that they are this particular way, but really take your time, slow things down, and get to know a person. If you focus more on a person's characteristics, everything else will fall into place. That includes success, being financially stable. All of those things will fall into place if you find a man that has good characteristics and less on what a man has and materialistic things.
You know, you have to watch what a guy used to and who he used to date
The
first.
habits.
Because sometimes, you know, they let them get away with things because the woman needs them. You know, they're used to being able to run over women. They're not used to this, you know, a girl that's so, because I wouldn't say that they are not beautiful, but I'm curvaceous and, you know, I'm fly. I'm in a spotlight. I like that.
Desirable.
It's a difference. And, you know, if they're not used to that, you know, shit, they stepping outside of their comfort zone. And a nigga gonna always go back to what they're comfortable with, you know, because he told me when we broke up, he said, you know what, you make me nervous. And, you know, the girl he started dating is safe. And I'm mad because I lowered my standards for this bitch.
Damn.
And the audacity.
So with Kash Doll's interview, there was a lot within her interview that I did not agree with. And this is real talk with Yanni, giving it to you straight, no chaser. So please do not be offended by what I'm trying to say or about to say, because I do believe that Kash Doll is speaking from a place of that's who she was then, this is who she is now. But I will say this, some things that really stuck out to me with her interview was that she confirmed that men are not as shallow as women may think. Being glammed up and curvy will not keep a man. So you can still get left for a woman who's more simplistic with a more humbled personality. And Kash Doll, her personality, you can tell she has that independent woman mentality syndrome. I'm gonna call it a syndrome, you guys. I'm moving forward. I'm calling it a mentality syndrome, the independent woman mentality syndrome. And you can tell she does a lot of bragging and she overshares. And just based off of her lyrics, you know, she brags and she overshares a lot. That comes from the independent woman mentality, and it really gets you nowhere. It gets you nowhere when you brag and you overshare. A lot of men don't want to deal with that. You know, they want to feel needed. And sometimes when you get to a certain point in your life with age and understanding men more, you don't mind feeding a man's ego because you know you're gonna reap benefits from doing it. It would be different if you were feeding a man's ego yet there were no benefits or you weren't getting anything in return. But you can tell she really doesn't do that. She's more about herself, bragging and oversharing, and that's most likely why I feel that she got left. She has a lot of masculine energy, a lot of masculine qualities, and I feel that that's why she had such a horrible experience then. I'm not sure how she interacts within her dating life now, but then I do feel like that played a huge part. Her mentality, it just wasn't where it needed to be. Another thing that I didn't agree with was she said that she lowered her standards all to be rejected. And it screams, I'm a mule. And we've seen this time and time again with Black women. She deserves better than that. And we deserve better than that as women. You know, hopefully that was the lesson within her situation, was that you never lower your standards ever. When you do all that leveling up and glowing up, you never lower your standards. You need to put yourself in a position to where, you know, you meet a man and your dating standards should be, I make him uncomfortable. Me personally, I don't ever want a man to choose me because I'm safe. I want my intellect and beauty to inspire him to be a better man. But I definitely don't ever see myself lowering my standards just to be with someone, just to be in a relationship, just to say, I have a man. Hey, I have a man, just to bring to Sunday dinner, Thanksgiving, Christmas. I'm not doing that. I will never do that to myself. I will never do that to myself. But I mean, there was a lot of things that we could have learned from Kash Doll's interview. I don't want to say that she is this person or she is still this woman. I think she was speaking from a place of that's where she was in life and that's what she went through and that was her experience. And I do feel that we can all learn from her interview. But that's all that I have for you guys for today. And if you haven't, please subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell so that you're notified for when I upload. And I'll catch you in my next one.